In some ways, making our way through this pandemic was easier when we literally couldn't do anything or go anywhere. Now that we have choices, we have to choose. And the advice isn't as obvious as don't go outside in a tornado. Dallas County isn't on the same page as our state leaders in Austin, and sometimes it seems like the president and his medical folks aren't reading from the same book. Even families can't agree on where to draw the line. I'm probably okay with sitting in a restaurant with 10 other people. And with the way the airlines are scrubbing those planes, I'm less worried about getting sick now than when I was flying before. My wife won't go anywhere near those things. And if you have to wonder who wins that argument, you probably aren't married. We used to be able to go about our day without giving it a second thought. Now everything is a conscious choice. Should we go there? Is it worth the risk? And we're sized up and judged on how we choose. Not in a court of law, but Kroger and the Katy Trail. And come Monday, in every yoga studio, spin class, and weight room in Texas.